All right, let's get this started. Hey everyone, Janzer here, and I'm talking with Malachaai. We start talking all about Titanfall. What in the hell was that kind of delivery I just get? We're talking about Titanfall in this and video games, more video games. Check out Malachaai, Malachaai Gaming. Malachaai Games actually on YouTube and on Twitch. Here we go.
No, I mean, I'm not a bad loser, but I kick myself. I'm like, oh, damn it, I should really be better at this.
Yes.
So I hate being worse at something than any... This sounds really weird. Let me find the right way to phrase this. I hate sucking at games, but I don't hate it at the expense of somebody else. I get mad at myself, not at the person I'm playing with.
Oh my God. You should have been at that stream that Jim, myself, and Ryan were playing. I can't. Why can't I remember the name of the? I'm just so excited now because you said that. Titanfall. I said the exact same thing, and I tell Ryan all the time too. He's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Look, man, it's okay if I die. I don't care if I die. I'm upset because I failed, not because the other player was better than me. They were better than me, and I give them props. I'm like, that guy shot me while he was getting a launch shot of his Titanfall. We were both in the air, moving at different speeds.
That's a brilliant shot.
He shot me. That is beautiful. I was like, this guy's amazing. I hate him.
Well,
but not really hate him. I hate the fact that he's that good and I failed to be good enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have a friend I play Titanfall with, and he's just, I mean, I just accept the fact that I will never win. I will always be at the bottom when I play with him because he's just that good. But what happens is it challenges me to try harder and to be better at what I'm doing. And I love that part of it. So when I'm playing with other people, I will screenshot when I come first just to show him, look, I can actually play this freaking game.
Yeah, I have yet to be first. I tell you, you would wipe the floor with me because I've yet to even. Ryan is very good, or I think he's pretty okay actually. Not to be mean, he's pretty okay. But when it comes to being like when you're a big fish in a small pond, I'm even at the bottom of that. My skills for FPS against other people have just degraded to the point because I haven't played, like I did all my FPS for, I don't know, like 10 years, like against other people. And then my skills just over a few years just quickly degraded to where I don't even care. It's not even, you know, but Titanfall is such a good game that I was like, I know what it is. It's against other people. And I don't like that because a lot of people can't. It's like why I don't play basketball with my friends or football anymore. Because they don't. Too many people take it too seriously. I'm like, we're just playing a game, man. Don't go that far. I'm the idiot that we'd be playing football, and I mean more American style football, where I would be the quarterback on my team, and I would throw to one of their players because I thought it was going to be a fun time, or get the ball and run the other way. You know, I loved just breaking down the seriousness of something because I'm like, it's okay. Remember, we're not professionals. We're not making money here. Who cares?
Yeah, it's just fun. Yeah. I think that's what shocked me when I got into Titanfall as well. I sucked big time because first-person shooter, which I've never played before.
Yeah. Playing
with extra lag, and I'm making excuses, but I'm not at the same time. So these were the reasons. Well, apart from the fact that not knowing the game, blah blah blah, really really terrible at it, and I got taken down in chat in a big way. I mean, I ended up in tears more than once. Seriously, because
some people are really brutal. It's true. Yeah, I was playing and some guy was like, what the fuck are you guys doing back there? Fucking, and I was like, tactically, one of us has to be back here. So, I'm just very, clean with them. I don't try to curse them out. But then I also do take it hard like you. I'm like, gosh, I don't want to play right now. He pretty much kind of ruined it for me today. Yeah.
I used to take it really hard, especially coming from the Mass Effect community, who I just found amazing. And I mean, I've got so many friends from Mass Effect that we don't even play Mass Effect anymore. We're just friends outside of the game because it was that kind of connection.
Yeah.
And then coming into Titanfall and just having these really aggressive people, it's like, oh my God, are you serious? I didn't understand it. It was so hard for me. I was completely bewildered. Yeah, I've made a couple of friends playing Titanfall, but they still scare me. They really do. I try to ignore the chat because I can't deal with it.
Well, I'm friends with Ryan on Titanfall. You should friend me because I'm not very good and you could help. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even trying to.
We can just bumble our way through the game together.
Yeah, well, you have, first off, I'm pretty sure you have more experience because I didn't play from the get-go. So you probably know the maps, you know the weapons, you know the objectives. I go in there and I'm like, what's this for? You do a thing. I don't even use my burn cards. I don't.
Okay, Janda, seriously, honey, we need to talk.
I know, but see, and that's just what, like, I'll fail or I'll die and whatever, and Ryan's like, oh, and I'm like, dude, it's okay if I die. It's okay, man. He's sad for me.
I know. He does that to me too, and then he'll go, but you did well, and then Ryan, excuse my language, but fuck off. I'm at the bottom of the freaking thing. Yeah. I did not do well.
I didn't do that.
I got one pilot. No, the inner bitch comes out when I play Titanfall. I'll be so sweet and friendly and everything, and that's generally what I am. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's
You have to go watch Grindhead Jim's if he capped it, because we were playing Titanfall and we were playing PvE, and then Ryan, I call him whatever because people are like, why don't you just call him by his real name? And I'm like, he has this name for a reason. I call him whatever I want to. Get out of my face. So Tron was saying, oh, let's play some PvP. And Jim and I were both like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. And then, so we ended up playing it anyways.
Of course
and Tron's doing okay. He's doing okay. And Jim and I are like scrubs at the bottom there, like fighting for last place. And the difference is Jim is cool and calm and collected, like his normal self sometimes. And sometimes he's crazy as hell.
Oh yeah,
but
Jimmy's amazing.
He was cool and calm and collected, and they're talking about things, and then out of nowhere you hear, "God, that fucking motherfucker, fuck!" And they're like, "Whoa!" And Tron's like, "Chanzer, if you don't want to play PvP, we can change it." I'm like, "Dude, no. I'm sorry. Let me explain. I'm not angry. I'm not really angry. I am." Consider it like PvP Tourette's. Whenever I get into there and I do badly, I am going to express that, and I'm not going to shut down, you know, I'm just getting it out so I can do better. That's all. If that makes you feel better.
But, you know, we must have been separated at birth, I'm telling you, because I'm exactly the same.
But there's some gamers that are like that, you know, you just have to seek out those gamers that are like that, or you don't seek them out, but they find you sometimes, you know.
Oh yeah, they do.
Like Jim and I, we connect on a lot of different ideas. Like sometimes he'll say something and I'm like, get out of my head, dude.
Yeah, Jim is awesome. He's been very encouraging in terms of Twitch. In fact, he's amazing. Yeah.
He's got a lot of life experience too, going through the military and stuff like that. And thankfully he's taken a lot of it and come up positive. Maybe not as positive as baby fresh Ryan over there. Jeez, that guy has so much positivity. It's you know, an optimism. I can't do anything but love him for it. You know,
he's Canadian.
Yeah, but at the same time, he just brings massive optimism. He does. It's like I told him about a guy trolling on his channel. He's like, "Oh, he's just having a good time," and I'm like, "No. I think this is a little out of hand. I still have to talk to him about that." But he really does try to. He just like whatever. He brushes off a lot of stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to see you grow up more than you are now because you're gonna be get destroyed, man.
Yeah. Oh well. No, he's a honey. He really is.
Yeah. The Last Guardian. I have to bring it up because I see it here. Yeah.
The Last Guardian I have been wanting to play since I heard about it, which was probably 6 or 7 years ago.
I know. It's been going on forever.
I pre-ordered it, and the guy at the game shop was like, "Okay, we'll do that for you, but we don't know if this game's ever going to be made." I'm like, I don't care. I'm at the top of the list. Okay.
I'm in line already.
Oh man, I'm ahead of you. I'm telling you. Again, it's for me to it is he's just so good at what he does, and I know he's no longer with Sony or with the team that's developing the game, but he and like a core group, from what I understand, are still consulting. So as long as he's still involved, I still have hope for the game, and I really hope that they do actually release the damn thing next year.
Yeah.
Because again, it's got that connection with Ico. It was Ico and Yorda, and Shadow it was, Wanda and Aggro, and now it's going to be this little boy and the, I don't know what the hell this thing is, like a bird, griffin, lion type thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Just the detail that they've put into it, from what I've seen in the trailers and the little pieces that they've allowed us to see, is just the feathers and
right
mechanics. It's just, again, a simple game which just has so much promise, and I have a lot of hope for it. I'm sure they will deliver because they have in the past, and I'm not in any rush for it. I find that if you try and rush these guys, they deliver something substandard, and chances are they're not happy with it either. So
yeah,
I would rather they take the time they need, and when we get the game, it's going to be beautiful.
You know, there is in my line of work, there's business, of course, which I often say that the only reason why there's ever any stress is because of deadlines, and the only reason why there's any deadlines is because they're arbitrarily given. And I know this sounds silly. In my industry, people think I'm kind of crazy because I look at humanity, and they don't realize that. But I say a lot of deadlines are arbitrary. They absolutely, there is no reason for them. There is a reason given, but it doesn't usually matter. I mean, you know, my thing was like, okay, we're setting this for the, you know, somebody could say, well, you want it March 30th. Why? There might be.
Thought it sounded good.
Yeah, there might be something like, well, we would like it for our 10th company anniversary. Yeah. Oh, okay. So what happens if we don't hit that? Who's going to die? I'm just
no, exactly.
Out of curiosity, is that really going to destroy anybody's ego? And if it is, maybe they need counseling, you know? And so they end up thinking about the very short term, very much like, kind of like how gamers complain about certain things, which upsets me, but not really. I call it the fake outrage syndrome. I'm like, you guys are really not that outraged. Calm down. It's not that bad.
There will always be something that they're complaining about, and if it comes out perfect, they'll find something.
That's human nature, I think, a lot of the time too.
So
and some of it's just immaturity, and that's kind of the field that we're in with gaming. Can't deny that there's a lot of younger people that aren't always as mature, and that's okay. I'm not super mature either. I mean, thankfully you left the stream. Thankfully you left the stream last night. And if you want, there's a vid I put up last night about like 3,000 vid reward. It's a horrible thing. But do
you know what time it was for me when I eventually did leave your stream?
I imagined it was super early in the morning, like AM.
It was 5 in the morning.
Yeah,
I don't know
I was
how
like, get
I
out of
that.
here! What are you doing? What's
Go
wrong
to
with
sleep.
you?
Oh my God, Jens, fine. Go to bed.
Yes, please get some sleep. This is not that important. I was like, my stream. None of my streams are important. Maybe over time, show up for one or two. It's not a big deal. Because if you try to show to each one, you're gonna burn yourself out. You're gonna be like, okay, I've got this. I see what's going on here. And then my streams are never always. Sometimes they're good, and sometimes they're not. But that's what it is. It's just I usually bring 500% of whatever is going on from the week, and so I try to make them very eventful. So they're not like just like me sitting there watching, the video game and nobody saying anything. Trust me, I'll bring something up.
I will definitely be sort of swinging by more often.
Yeah, I think when you walked in, I was ranting. We were talking about the development.
I was like, what? First of all, it was like, you've got that little screen in the corner. What? Oh, okay.
This was a very specific thing because those guys are very into Warframe. And we were talking about the development of what was coming up. Those were the developers on that vid. And we were basically discussing the changes that were coming up and basically, blowing off steam, that kind of stuff.
They do that once a week, don't they? The Warframe devs.
They do it once every few weeks. Yeah, like once a month or something like that.
Okay.
What they do once a week is their Twitch gameplay time. There are actually these. I have to say, Canadialand has some good gaming community companies, and I like saying Canadialand because it's fun for me. But
the Canadites live in Canada.
Yeah, Digital Extremes they have like what I would consider one of my dream jobs. Is they're developing this game over years based on feedback from the community as well, and they are doing it without anybody being in their way. They're getting funding, but they're still creatively controlling everything, and they're they're just, you know, people can give them as much crap as they want about whatever, but guess what? We're all still playing it a couple of years later. Exactly. We're all still passionate about it. That outrage is energy, you know? Yeah. So that's another thing to look at too sometimes. But
I have played some. Did we talk about that? Or I don't know. I did play some Warframe, and I still do occasionally. It's a brilliant game. It is so well made. And what I love is that the developers really do take to heart the input that they get from the community, which I think is a rare thing. Because a lot of developers will go, yeah, we hear you. No, we're not going to do it. But these guys really, really do understand, and they do listen, which is great. Yeah. It's such a big game. There's so much in it. And for free to play, okay, well, you can buy Platinum and the rest of it. But, I mean, for something that is essentially free to play, it's brilliant. It is so well made. They've got a winner there. They really have. It's great.
Don't look at my channel because I point out a lot of bugs. There's one where there's like a stairwell, and it's a recent vid I did. Once again, I everything I do is self promotion. It's secret, you know. It's not secret though because I point it out every time. There's a stairwell, and there's just a rendered water, like a one pixel thin, like in depth. Yeah. But like it covers like a few square foot meters of water that shouldn't exist. It's just floating, and I'm just like, what is this for? Is this the pool? What do we? You know? So I come up with these crazy concepts, and I develop silliness behind it, and I put it out there, and people rant about it. That's not this, or they're like, haha. They either get it or they don't get it, and the ones that don't get it, I'm really mean to, because I'm like, it's fun, guys. It's okay to laugh at it. It's okay.
And you know what? They probably, the developers themselves probably go, "Ah, damn it," and they face palm and they have a chuckle and they'll go and fix it if they see it.
They watch these things and they will change things because of it. They, And
that's the way it should be. It's communication. It's an interactive thing, and I love that they're handling it the way they are. It's great. I think
it's a tough job.
Like that. Exactly, it's a collaboration.
Their interface. The people that they have to interface with the community, I would not want that job. It's very difficult. You have people yelling at you, cursing you. I used to be on the forums, and I never intended, I try to be fair. If they did something wrong, I'll call them out on it. I've had my outrage moments, like, why would you do this? You know, it makes no sense, because I'm looking at logic, and at the same time, I'm also a developer. I also run a team. I also, not games, but, you know, I also deal with management and resources and budgets and all that. And so I was like, why am I acting like, you know, I don't know these things? And so I started explaining to other people. Sometimes you have a list of things to do. Let's say your car, you know, you maybe a windshield wiper needs to be changed, but you just don't change it over time because no rain has come up, you know? So it's not a big issue to you. But if somebody gets in your car one day and it's raining, they're like, oh, why didn't you just change it out? It's like, well, it never really was a big issue, so I never bothered, you know? I mean, you know, it just, you have a list of things to do. So sometimes that gets to the bottom of the list, and it's okay to...
Priorities, people, priorities. Only so much time in each day.
Yeah.
You've got to do the more important stuff first.
So have you played Warframe recently?
I haven't, because it scares the crap out of me. There's just too much going on. I really, really should. I love
Jim
the game.
Is playing recently. Maybe you guys can, you know, do a little new intro to the game. Because it is such a different game now.
I should.
It's such a different game. And you can take it at your own pace, you know?
Yeah.
There's so much to do. So much. It is not the game that you played. You played it when, what, a couple of years back?
No. I've played it. I played it a lot a few years back, and then I took a break. And I pick it up every couple of weeks. So,
gotcha.
Like, I probably played about 2 months ago. So,
okay, you're not fully out of it. Yeah, you know what's going on. Okay.
I'm in a clan and everything, I think. Am I still in the clan?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No,
I helped start a clan, I think.
Yeah. I run my own clan, yeah. But I do almost nothing with them. No, I'm just kidding.
You're a terrible clan leader.
I'm kidding. I ran a clan with my friends from real life, and then all of them grew up in the span of like a month or 5. I don't know. And apparently games became like, oh, we can't play video games anymore. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? Anyways, so then I was in the clan by myself for months, like almost a year. And then I was like, wait, I'm running this YouTube channel. and I have the same problems that other people do. So why don't I just tell them what my problems are, and if they have the same problem, they'll join. So I just said, hey, if you need a place to, like, you know, hang out and, like, you know, take a nap, I don't know, if you're a homeless Tenno, if you're a wandering Ronin of a Tenno, come by. I don't care what you do. Yeah, just, you know, just try not to leave too many empty beer bottles laying around. And you know, I've done everything. I've basically done everything. I'm running a homeless shelter for Tenno. Just come by, whatever. Just, you know, try not to screw shit up too much, and you'll be all right. So.
Oh, that is so cute.
So they all, like, some of them are fans from YouTube, and others are just like, hey, I could really use this weapon in the clan tech. Can I join? I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. I was like, oh,
that's cool.
Okay. Whatever. Just if you don't get out of line, and you know, you'll be okay. What's out of line? Oh, you'll know when you're out of the clan.
That's terrible.
Alright, y'all. I hope that everyone enjoyed that. Check out Malachaai Games on YouTube and Twitch. And I believe we've got one more of these coming down soon. At some point. Thanks, y'all, for listening. We'll see you next time.